Hello everybody, and welcome back to Leave It with Lando, and what a welcome back it is. It's been a couple months. I took some time off to finish my degree in case my YouTube career doesn't pan out. You'll notice that the videos that I'm going to start doing, I'm going to focus only on decorating because I think that's my strength. I think that's what is just going to work better, and I think it's more interesting than watching me bake. But we'll see how it goes. You will notice that my channel name is no longer Leave It to Lando. It's back to Landon Logie, because what I didn't realize when I changed that is that when I email people, it would no longer come up as Landon Logie, but instead Leave It to Lando. So people stopped replying to me because they thought it was spam. My professors be like, new phone, who dis? So I had to change it because I'm also applying for jobs, and that just doesn't set the tone that I want. But that still is the name of my channel, that still is the name of my catering business, so nothing's changed there. Today, we are decorating an Easter cake. Easter's in a couple days. I'm posting it on the Wednesday so that you have you have time to go get the ingredients, get whatever you need, make your cake. And this cake is going to be a couple steps. It's going to be a drip cake because I'm really into those right now. And we're going to do kind of like an ombre along the side with a white drip and some Easter bark. So what we're going to start with is actually the Easter bark, and that's going to go on top and decorate our cake. You'll see. If you don't know what that means, you'll know in about 10 minutes. So what you need for this are white chocolate melts, Bulk Barn, and microwave safe glassware. Okay, don't put aluminum, which I have done. And then you're going to need some sprinkles, some decorations, some cookies, whatever you want to put on the bark. So I have some Easter sprinkles, and I have some more Easter sprinkles, and I'm also going to use some gold sprinkles today. Make it really festive. So these are the only things that you can't get at Bulk Barn. If you want the gold sprinkles, you're going to need to go to a baking store. If you're in Mississauga, this is a place called McCall's. They have everything you need ever. You can get them online, but if you're making the Easter cake for this weekend, you're going to have to go to the store. So the first thing we're going to do is melt the white chocolate melts, and we're going to do that in 30-second intervals in the microwave until it's smooth consistency. So if you are using the microwave to melt these as opposed to a double boiler, which I don't have here, you have to be careful not to burn them, because if you do it too much, they turn to like chalk. So I'm almost done. I'm just going to give it a break so I don't burn it, and once it gets to a consistency, it's hot enough that it almost melts itself. Does that make sense? And I want this to be really white, so I'm using a bit of white food coloring because I want it to be like kind of yellow almost, like off-white. I want it to be like white. So pour that in. So once it's smooth, you are going to take a tray. Get this out of the way. A tray lined with wax paper. Okay. And you are just going to pour your white chocolate melts all over the tray. Smooth that all out. And it doesn't matter what the shape is because we're just going to break it up later and sprinkle it all over our cake, decorate it with our cake. All right. So that's good. So we're going to take our sprinkles now and just sprinkle. Now you could add Oreos, you could add cookies, you could add Easter eggs if you cut them up. You don't want anything too heavy. And you want to just make sure you do this fast enough that it sticks. So once that's done, pull it up. You can kind of see, what that looks like. And I'm going to pop it in the fridge so it hardens. So this is our cake that we're decorating. Like I mentioned, I made everything before. And so it's been setting in the fridge. It's not perfect right now. It's not completely frosted because we're going to do the ombre. So it's been setting in the fridge. So what I've done is I've mixed two different colors of pink. And we're going to do the ombre, the darkest pink at the bottom, light pink in the middle, and then kind of gradually turns to white, fades to white. And then there'll be the drip and then all the decorations on top. Hoping it looks really excellent. So if you don't know how to make an ombre cake, this will be a quick tutorial. If you want to see a more in-depth tutorial, go down to my channel. I'll post the link below in the box, you know, and that's a longer version, and that was me doing it without really even knowing how. So now that I've done it a couple times, I think I'm a little bit better. So anyways, I'm using a spoon. Usually a spatula is easier, but I don't have one here. So I'm going to take my darker pink using the back of the spoon and just do kind of little dashes. You don't want to do too thick because my cake is only 3 layers. It's not that tall. Kind of everywhere. Okay, and for our lighter pink, exact same thing, but more in the middle. Oh. But more in the middle. Just don't go too high, because you can always go higher, but once you go too high, you can't fix it after. We take our scraper. Now, what I do know is if you don't have one of these, they're like $2 at Bulk Barn. You're gonna have to go there anyway to get all this stuff. I recommend it. If you don't have one, you can actually use a paint scraper. So if you have that in your house, clean it, like, you know, bleach it, but you can use that too. And then very gently just put it on your cake and turn it around so that it starts to blend. So this is what your cake will look like when it's done. Nice little ombre, and your hands, depending on the food coloring you use, might be pink like mine are. So it's not perfect, but that's okay because we have tons of decorating to do, and that's how I want it to look. So the next step is the chocolate ganache. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'm not going to put it back in the fridge. But we'll start the chocolate ganache. So for your chocolate ganache, I'm doing a white chocolate. You can do whatever color you want. You could even dye it if you wanted to do like a pink to go with your ombre, blue, pastel, whatever for Easter. So I'm using white chocolate chips. You can use Baker's chocolate. This is just what I have. So the first thing you're going to do is take your whipped cream. Please do not ask me for a recipe because I don't have one, believe it or not, which is unbelievable for chocolate ganache, I know, but I just look at it, I just eyeball it. But you can Google it, you can find it. You're going to heat it up in your saucepan on medium to high heat until it bubbles around the edges. And when that happens, you add your chocolate, put the lid on, wait 5 minutes, and then whisk it until it's smooth. So now comes the fun part. The chocolate ganache is ready. And again, I added a little bit of my white food coloring to make it super white. I want that bright, bright white to contrast with my pink. You know the drill. We're going to do our ganache drip. So I use a spoon. You can use a piping bag. Really depends on your preference. And just take it. It's hard to do when I'm not looking and you can't really even see the white, I guess, on camera again. But I'm just going to do that all around my cake. Okay, so the drip is done. We're going to move pretty quickly because it does dry relatively fast. I need to stick some things in. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to my gold sparkles. And this is the part, it's the fun part. You can do whatever you want. If you find inspiration in this, I will be thrilled. Send me pictures if you make a cake like this. So I'm just going to dust my sprinkles, my gold sprinkles, all the way around. And I will post a photo as well because I don't think you can even see the gold on camera. So I know you're probably wondering, where is this candy bark that we've made? So what we're going to do is take your bark that's hardened out, sit in the fridge, and you're just going to, like it's completely rock solid. You can pick up the whole thing. Ooh. And you're just going to snap it. So that it makes all these crazy kind of jagged designs. And you might have to use pieces kind of like a puzzle to make it all stand. And then I'm going to take some of these candies, also from Bulk Barn, and just kind of put them around in no particular pattern. And then the final thing I have to add here, I'm going to turn around so you can kind of see the front, what I'm going for here. And then I bought some chocolate eggs that I'm going to cut in half, actually. So this is the final product. I'm going to move it a little bit closer so you can see. Yay! So like I said, get creative. You know, you can do any color scheme you want. You put anything on top. I kind of wish I had a chocolate bunny to put like right in the middle, or like those little yellow chick things. I think what I do want to say though is when you guys reach out to me, it's the coolest thing in the world. This cake was actually a special request. Somebody messaged me asking me to do it, and that was the coolest feeling, and I've been excited all week about it. So if you have anything you want to see, anything you want to know, any, recommendations or something you saw on Pinterest or on Instagram, and you think, wow, I'd like to know how to do that, could you try? Please let me know. But, find me on Facebook, comment below. It's really the coolest feeling in the world. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys tune in next week to see what I've got planned for summer. A lot of barbecue, cake ideas, and yeah, thanks for watching.